back to winning ways. And if I might ask you, when was the last time you really saw Liverpool get a Premier League win? I know most of you might think forever to obviously get me that answer, but I'm here to obviously bring you that answer in here onto what we call the Rokani Media Football. Smash like button, comment and share. If at all you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. I'll tell you that Liverpool last won a Premier League game on the 23rd of September. You know, that means for the entirety of the month of October, Liverpool never went ahead to obviously win a single game in the Premier League. From there, they went ahead to see to it that they put in a very low shift, and they even went into the month of November, They went ahead to end the entire month of October without winning a single game. And let me read to you the losses Liverpool really had. Crystal Palace beat Liverpool 2-1. Liverpool beat Liverpool by 2-1. Manchester United beat Liverpool by 2-1. Brentford beat Liverpool by 3-2. And those have been 4 consecutive losses of Liverpool in the Premier League. 4 consecutive losses. And guess what? They had to play Aston Villa, that is yesterday. What the manager did in the midweek when his players were obviously going to be tussling it out with a club known as Crystal Palace, he got to know that the most important bit of it all is to save the Premier League. And guess what he did? He rested almost 13 players and they never even made it to the bench. You understand? And he obviously brought in what we call a second string side with some academy players that were on the bench, and Crystal Palace went ahead to beat Liverpool by 3-0, and they are knocked out of the Carabao Cup. But I think we've gone ahead to obviously see to it that we are seeing the results and harvests of Liverpool resting those players, and they've gone ahead to obviously come up and really beat a team known as Aston Villa by 2-0. And finally, Liverpool is back to what we call the winning ways. And that is really very exciting for the fans of Liverpool, because if you know how the season started, people who haven't watched football for some time, we are like, Liverpool is going to take the trophy. I told them, guys, Liverpool has a poor defense, and in their midfield, if a player known as Gravenberch is not really functioning well, Liverpool find problems in securing 3 points. And guess what? It happened, and Alisson Becker got an injury and many others, and Liverpool there and then started to obviously swallow in very, very many goals, But after 4 losses in a row, Liverpool is back to winning ways, and they also saw Mohamed Salah score a goal in that game of Aston Villa. It was played yesterday, and with Aston Villa beating Man City, everyone thought that maybe it's obviously going to be a hard game for Liverpool. But in the 45th plus 1 minute, obviously Mohamed Salah opened up the scoreline, and that goal was really very important because Salah made 250 goals for the team of Liverpool in there for you. So Salah went ahead to obviously hit that milestone, and everyone was really excited for the player, as Mohamed Salah equaled Wayne Rooney's record for the most goal involvements for a single side in the Premier League. And when we talk about goal involvements, we talk about goals and assists. He now has 274 goal involvements in the Premier League, and those above him are I think he's topping the list, because I see Wayne Rooney, Mohamed Salah, Ryan Giggs has 271, Harry Kane has 257, Thierry Henry has 249, Frank Lampard has 237, Sergio Aguero has 231, Steven Gerrard has 212, Song Heung-min has 119, Jamie Vardy has 193. That is the impact of the goal that Salah went ahead to obviously put out in there when they're really beating the team known as Aston Villa. And that was really very important for the side of Liverpool, because if they went into what we call halftime when that game is 0-0, Aston Villa comes back when they're hugely charged than no other. You understand? So Salah hit a couple of landmarks and became just the 3rd player in Liverpool's history to reach 250 goals for the club. After Ian Rush, he has 346, and Roger Hunt has 285. That is another huge attribute, or another huge milestone that this guy went ahead to obviously reach in there. Now, after him scoring that goal that really tallied to 250 of his Liverpool career, Ryan Gravenberch, 13 minutes into the second half, came up and doubled the lead for the side of Liverpool, and that entire game ended 2-0 in favor of Liverpool, and they put out a very huge shift that most of you went ahead to obviously enjoy. Now, these are the stats, and they read as follows. 16 shots by Liverpool, Aston Villa had 9. 5 shots on target by Liverpool, Aston Villa had 3. 53% ball possession by Liverpool, Aston Villa had 47%. 375 passes completed by Liverpool, Aston Villa complete 259. 91% passing accuracy by Liverpool, and 91 passing accuracy by Aston Villa. 13 fouls by Liverpool, 11 by Aston Villa. 2 yellow cards to the side of Liverpool, and 3 yellow cards to the side of Aston Villa. 0 red cards to both sides, 8 offsides to Liverpool, and 0 offsides to Aston Villa. Oh, Liverpool were offside 8 times, 1 corner to a side known as Liverpool, and 4 corners for the side of Aston Villa in there for you. So Liverpool went ahead to obviously win that game of football, and remember, they came into this game of football knowing that Arsenal had stretched to 25 points on the table, and Liverpool were at 15 points, and Arsenal had put in a stretch of 10 points, and Liverpool needed to do something, and that's why they really needed to put in a shift that they put in to obviously beat Aston Villa in a game that was really tricky. And in a game like this, you had to really pull out all the energy. Now, Arsenal is top of the Premier League table, 10 games, 25 points. Then Bournemouth is second. They are playing Man City today, and they're having 18 points. Liverpool is third with 18 points in there. Tottenham is fourth with 17. Chelsea is fifth with 17. Sunderland is sixth with 17. Manchester United drew yesterday, and they also have 17 points. Man City is having 16 points. Crystal Palace is having 16 points in there for you, and that's how the table is really looking like. Aston Villa is 11th with 15 points in there. So Liverpool is back to winning ways, and what a moment for them. And if you're going to play a team known as Man City, do you know what you need to do in there? All you need to do is to put out a very huge shift. And that shift was to come up and obviously win this beautiful game of football. And obviously, they came up and won it. And they won it with a very good goal margin. And guys, they kept a clean sheet. That is another kudos you have to give the side of Liverpool, because I think in few games they've gone ahead to keep a clean sheet. The game of Arsenal, the game of Burnley, and I think this one. But in the rest of the 7 games they played, Liverpool went ahead to concede goals, and keeping a clean sheet, I think, is really great. As if they are to go into the way, of Arsenal, they need to obviously come up and really put in a very huge shift of really coming in through to score those goals, like to keep clean sheets, because when it comes to scoring goals, Liverpool will always score goals, but their problem has always been on how to keep that clean sheet. And if that clean sheet came in through, I tell you what, they are really going to have to improve. Now, the task is, can they go to Etihad when they're playing against Man City? That is next weekend, and obviously keep a clean sheet. That is the huge question that everyone is really waiting to see whether they can obviously get us an answer for it. So the big question is, can they do that? Can they do that? Can they do that? That is the most important bit of it all. And I want to let you know that that's the question that everyone is looking for an answer in there. And the big game is on next weekend, as we head into the international break. Liverpool is going to be playing away at Etihad Stadium. Big one. And it's really going to be very interesting, because Man City is playing Bournemouth today. And if Man City comes in through and really beats Bournemouth, they'll go to 21 points, meaning that they'll be 4 points ahead of Liverpool, right? Sorry, City will go to 19 points. They'll be 2 points ahead of Liverpool. And whoever wins that game, if Man City wins it, he'll stretch his lead to 5. If Liverpool wins it, he will be 2 points ahead of Man City. You understand? So that is the importance of that particular fixture. And I tell you what, it's really, 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 really one of those that you have to come up here and really admit that it's really going to be a highly anticipated game. We out. Bye-bye.